Hello, everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I am Agni James, and today we'll be doing some meditation. We'll do some talking like we always do. We'll do a little chat, see how everyone in the chat is doing, how everyone in the world, in my world, is doing, and yeah, we'll meditate because that's what it's all about in the end. It's all about actually doing the work, doing the intense meditation that makes you feel more peace and joy within your life, right? If we don't have that, what do we have? So, yeah, anyways, today was a pretty intense day for me. I actually started off the day, well, I started off the day doing some stuff with the stock market. I day and swing trade some stocks, and I have some long term plays as well. But then after that, I actually I went to the city and I got an RFA, which is a radio frequency ablation, which was really intense actually. What they do is they use radio waves to burn down six of your nerve endings in your lower back. There's just some nerve endings that they think can cause a lot of pain, so they burn them down with radio waves. And yeah, if they fuck up, they can really mess up your shit. So they got to be really careful, and it's a really delicate procedure. But it was intense, and it hurts like hell too. And you're not allowed to take any painkillers. They can give you some injections, painkiller injections, but it still hurts pretty bad. It's a little crazy. JT, hey, how's it going? Good to see you, Miss JT Farms on Q. I hope you're having a good night. What's going on with you today? While you're typing something up, I'll tell you the rest about my radio frequency ablation. So it's called the burn, and they burn down six of your nerve endings in your lower back. And once they do that, you're gonna have a lot less pain. At least that's the idea. But the thing is, those nerves grow back. So every 6 months for the rest of your life, you probably have to go back in there and get the same procedure done again. It's a little crazy, right? It's like you go in for this really intense procedure, and you're just thinking about how your nerves are getting burned down, and then you're thinking about that you got to be back there every 6 months. But you know what? I'll take it. With the back pain I was having, I'll take it. And we'll see. We'll see if it makes a difference. I mean, we don't know, right? We don't know at this point. They gave me two diagnostics where they injected some painkiller directly into those six nerve endings, and it helped a lot. So the theory is that it should work if they burn the fuck out of those nerve endings. But then again, maybe nothing will work. You never know. Let's see. You say, not much. You made your first sale last night. Congrats. Yeah. Whew. That had to feel good. Yeah, I'd be psyched too. I mean, you used to do that all the time. Now you're back into it. It's going to take a while to get the swing of things, get into the swing of things. But you'll eventually be rocking again and have it running like a smooth operating machine. That's how JT Farms runs. Whenever she's doing business, whenever she's doing poetry, she's like a smooth operator. Do I feel a shit? You hope it works? Yeah, I hope it too. I hope it does too. I mean, it was really damn painful too. So that would be kind of ridiculous if it didn't work. I mean, I basically tried everything else. I've tried physical therapy, I've tried chiropractor, I've tried acupuncture, I've tried yoga, qigong, kumnae, all these things. And some things have helped over the years, to a certain extent. But at the end of the day, it's been getting worse. And so it's really fucking annoying, basically. And structurally everything's fine, but those nerves are a little sensitive, I guess. So they just burn I told them, I'm like, just burn them out, dude. Go for it, do it. Burn those fuckers. And these dudes, they just used radio waves to burn those nerves down. So it's been definitely an interesting day. And then it's like afterwards, it's like right now I'm feeling fine. Right now my back doesn't hurt at all. I'm feeling pretty good. But that's because the painkiller is also still in my back, right? They injected some painkiller in there. So the trick is to see how it is tomorrow when the painkiller is actually out of your back, right? If I'm checking out my back tomorrow and it's hurting like crazy, then it might have not worked, or I have to wait a few more days and maybe it will work better then. But if tomorrow I wake up and everything feels great and it feels great for the next few days, I mean, there's a good chance that my pain will be severely diminished throughout the next 6 months until those nerves grow back, and then I gotta burn those nerves down again. You feel for me? You wish you could have take the pain away? Yeah. Well, thank you, JT. Much appreciated. Yeah. I mean, I wish I could have taken the pain away too. But at the end of the day, it's what is pain, right? It's something that affects us physiologically. It's something that can have a serious effect on us, right? If we're in a lot of pain, it's hard to be in a positive mood. I know, JT, you said I know Mark's had issues with his back, so you know what it's like via osmosis. You get to see what he experiences, and it's not a pretty picture, you know. I mean, it's weird. It's fucking. I'm an athlete, you know. I got to be doing shit, and it's weird. Like when you're like, oh, I could like, you know, just do this, and or I could like, you know, not do it because if I do it, it's gonna create a tremendous amount of pain in my lower back, right? And there's always like weird little motions and shit you got to avoid. I don't want to fucking avoid motions. I want to use my body. I'm a very active person. Let's see. You say, oh yeah, he has an upcoming procedure. Really? What's he getting? Is he getting? Because another thing they tried the steroid shots. That works for a lot of people too. They first tried steroid shots with me, but they did not work. And then they tried the painkiller and that as a diagnostic, and then that did work. It was pretty intense though. Um, oh, the epidural. Yeah. I mean, there's all different things you can do depending on where in the back you're having your issues. I don't know where Mark has his pain is located. Is it lower back, mid back, upper back, neck? Where does he have all his pain? Lower back. Yeah, it's like me. It's like me with the lower back. Tell him about an RFA. You know, just tell him that the doctors are just going to burn his nerves down, six nerves, and they'll just burn him down, and then he'll be all right. It does sound weird to say that though, right? I know it's like a common medical procedure these days, but at the end of the day, they're literally just burning your nerves. You know, there's like no way to sugarcoat it. I mean, it's kind of funny, and like, you know what? That was like one of the things that kept me going during the procedure. I was like, because you know, I couldn't take any Tylenol or leave or anything going in there. You got to be just, you know, ready to face it, right? But like the whole time I was kept like laying there thinking like they are burning my fucking nerves down, the nerves on my body. That's pretty crazy, right? That's like a weird procedure, you know. It almost sounds barbaric, but I mean, apparently it works. So we'll see. You know, give it a couple days. Oh, what is it called? It's called a RFA, otherwise known as a radio frequency ablation, ABLATION. So yeah, definitely check it out. I mean, I'll let you know in a few days if it actually works for me or not, because right now we're still in the you know, wait and see phase. But in a few days I should know, hopefully, for, you know, whether or not I'll be out of pain for the next 6 months or so. But anyways, yeah. So that's one thing that's going on. So I did that. Then I went and I finished up a chess class. So I teach. Those of you who don't know, I teach chess classes at schools, and I'm a private chess instructor too. I also play competitively. I run tournaments, and I teach people throughout the Illinois area. But anyways, yeah. So I was finishing up teaching a chess class today. Today was the last day, and all my students get to play Bug House on their last day. So they all got to play team chess. It's a pretty cool game. The way it works is you sit next to your partner. And you know, if you're white, your partner's got to be black, and vice versa. And whenever you capture a piece from your opponent, you have to give it to your partner. So it's like you take one of their pieces, you immediately give it to your partner. And then if it's your partner's turn, they can put that piece down on any unoccupied square, with a few exceptions. But it's just like a nice interactive, cool, fun activity to do on the last day, and the kids all love it. So we did that today, and we did the award ceremony. And then yeah, that was it. And then I came home and I've been going crazy reorganizing my house. It's amazing how good it feels to actually get your shit in order. You know, for a long time my shit's been out of order for a while. I don't know. I just haven't felt inspired to you know, rearrange things and organize things and get rid of stuff that's no longer serving me in the physical manifestation of myself too. You know, I do it in meditation, and I always talk about it in meditation, how we need to let go of things that, you know, do not serve us well and things that are of no benefit. But that's not just internally, you know. Sometimes there's the outward manifestation that needs to be dealt with as well. And in my case, it was basically I had too many books I didn't need. I had like a lot of books that I really no longer have any interest in, and I know I'm not going to ever read them again. So like, why am I holding on to them? You know, I can give them to someone who will appreciate them and who will read them. So like I'm giving away a lot of my books. I'm giving away some of my stuff. I had some knickknacks that I've accumulated over the years. Like, fuck it, I don't want to be bound by my shit. I brought my keyboard out here now, so I can actually play music in this creative space, which is great. I put up a bunch of new artwork in the living room, like everything, and my bedroom actually. I've been putting up a bunch of stuff and kind of getting things in order. It's been too long, you know. Sometimes you got to do some housekeeping, or else like your whole existence seems like it's getting cluttered. That's kind of what's been going on in my world. It's kind of interesting though. Like I didn't really change anything for a long time. Then all of a sudden, like a fucking typhoon comes through my being, and like It's like, okay, every single thing in your external environment now is going to be, moved in a different place. But it's cool though. It feels good. It feels good, and like I know it's definitely improved things, and I definitely feel more at peace with my surroundings, which is super important. I usually come under the umbrella of the philosophy where, you know what, it's not really that important to change things in your external world, only change your inner self, right? And by changing your inner self, then you'll change your external world. But lately, I've been feeling like it's also, damn important sometimes just to go out and change your outer world. And if you don't, like, sometimes you'll just feel like kind of, claustrophobic. You feel like you're choking, like you can't breathe in your own environment. And that's a ridiculous thing. We have one home here on Earth, right? Well, some people have like, many because they're got like, they want to have 10 houses, but most people have like one home, right? And it's like that it's important to be good to your space. You got to keep your space clean, keep your shit in order, keep things looking good and just ready to go, so you're not having to like fumble through like 20 bags of shit every time you're looking for something. Have stuff within arm's reach. So that's kind of what I did. Now I feel a lot more centered. I have this bookshelf right over here, and this is the room I typically read in. So what I did is I decided to organize my books in a different way. Normally, my whole life, I've always organized books solely by category. Like all my ethics books in this section, all my metaphysics books here, all my, science books here, right? Et cetera, et cetera. But now I realized I just want to organize books by how much I like those particular books. So I took all the books, all my favorite books, and I put them right over here actually. And then all my other books are on my bookshelves in my bedroom. Because I don't go through there as often, and I don't read them as much. All the books that are right here, I absolutely love and have read multiple, at least once. Every one of these books, well, maybe a couple exceptions, but almost every one of these books I've read at least once. Some of them I've read, 2, 3, 4 times. So like these are like my go-to books, and it's important that they're by me. My inspiration, my keyboard right there. I got my artwork up now that I really like, around the room. So everything's kind of in order. I've been talking a lot. Let's see, where are we at now? Okay, you said okay, something to explore. Yeah, the radio frequency ablation. Definitely check it out. It helps a lot. It helps a lot to have procedure that could be a miracle, right? We'll see. We'll see how it actually turns out. At this point, we'll take anything. Yeah, low back pain is no joke. People. I think sometimes people are like, oh, whatever. Everyone's back hurts. But no, if you have like serious low back pain. I mean, that shit, it doesn't matter how many mindfulness techniques you use. I mean, it's draining. It's like I have to use a lot of will and mindfulness just to get through my days sometimes, like, especially because I work out all the time. It's like, I gotta work out, but resting my back hasn't helped. So like, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna just sit around and do nothing. So I'm still gonna fucking work out. I'm just gonna do it in a lot of pain. And it's not great. Let's see, you say, were the kids well behaved? The kids were okay. I usually on the last day the kids go crazy because it's like the last day and they're all excited and we're going to have the award ceremony and everyone's pumped up and running around and like really wild, right? But today they were actually all right. They were pretty focused. It was kind of surprising. They actually had rougher days at other times during the year. So it was kind of neat. It was kind of neat to see them actually exhibit good behavior. The one ridiculous thing that happened is like somehow this kindergartner like got her book bag like locked into this desk seat. Like it was like I don't know what the fuck she was doing. She must have been like hanging on the goddamn thing and like yanking on it because it like slipped down like through like the through the one leg of this desk and like in this weird area, and it was like locked in. So I literally had to like pick up this desk like over my head and like use all my strength and jack out this part of the backpack. I was like, man, how'd this kindergartner do that shit? Like, kids always get their shit stuck in the weirdest places because they think that if you just pull hard enough, it's going to come out. But that's not the case. Sometimes it's the harder you pull, the worse it gets, right? Sometimes you got to go the other way, and they don't know that move yet. No one taught them that move. All right, where are we at here? Let's see, you say, shit, you're an emotional hoarder. Hard to let go of anything physical or otherwise. Yeah, it's tough. It is really tough. And for some people more than others, right? Some people store, emotions, right? Some people store used emotions. Some people store, whatever, around their place. Tons of extra stuff they don't need. I mean, some people store, all sorts of shit. Some people store like, newspapers from like the last, 70 years, and they just stack them up in their apartments. It's crazy. You'll see people like that. It's just like a maze you're walking through, and the people just have these like newspapers stacked from the floor to the ceiling, like throughout their entire home. It's like, how do you live like that? How do you find peace in that kind of environment? Probably not very likely. Piano stream, maybe someday, right? I just got it out again, and I'm just practicing and remembering, a lot of the shit that I used to know. I hardly know anything. I don't know a ton. I was actually just getting into it for like maybe a 6 month to a year period. I kind of got into it and was just trying to learn some songs that I like. But other than that, like I'd like to learn more. I'd like to learn a lot more about it. You're glad to know I was productive to even procrastinating with everything. Yeah, we all have days like that. Some days we have days where we're super productive and we're feeling good and we're ready to go. And then other times we have days where we feel like garbage and we just want to just sit around, right? So it's just kind of life, right? That's how it is. Do you have another gig set up with more students? Yes. I actually talked to my boss today. It was great, and I got like a bunch more classes for next semester. So I'm good to go now in classes. I still need to get a Tuesday afternoon and a Thursday afternoon class, but there's a good chance I'll get those. And I also picked up some nighttime park district classes on top of that, and I'm going to be doing a winter camp for 3 hours a day from the 27th of December to the 30th. So that's also going to be money. That's going to be good. Let's see. You've got boxes of notebooks you need to let go of. Yeah. Oh shit, you probably do. With the amount of writing you do, you're a prolific writer. You're always creating, Joel. You're always doing something with writing, and it's amazing. Your imagery is beautiful. It's golden. You're always doing something. I respect that. I think that's really really cool. And then you say, awesome. Keep your ass busy. Yeah. I'm gonna. That's the plan. All right. I'm about done talking. I think. It's time we just hop back into the meditation. Right. Let's do it. Let's dive in and let's experience some eternal joy. All right. So I will start out intense. I will start out really high energy, and then we bring down the intensity, taking our focus from the external world to the internal world, quieting our minds and going within. Find a comfortable seated position. You can sit on the floor in lotus pose. You can sit cross-legged on the floor. Or you can sit in a chair. The main thing is to find a seated position that is comfortable for you. And then gently close your eyes and take a few deep breaths on your own. I have a Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that goes off every 2 seconds. And you can use this to help regulate your breath count. Take a few more slow, deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, gently lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breath. Inhale, gently raising your belly. Exhale, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out, gently lowering your abdomen. Keep your awareness on your breath count. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit. The breath calms the body, and the body calms the mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Visualize yourself sitting on a mountaintop. Watching the clouds move through the sky beneath you. two clouds merge into one, and one cloud separates into two. The clouds move through the sky and disappear over the horizon. Those clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being, exist in conscious awareness for a while, and then disappear from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Keep your awareness on your breath count. When thoughts enter your mind, visualize them as clouds moving through the sky and disappearing over the horizon. Return your awareness to your breath count. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye sight. The breath calms the body, and the body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Your essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening the inner light within them. And they will shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until the whole world is glowing radiantly as one mind once again. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. The breath calms the body, and the body calms the mind. Be mindful of your breath count. When thoughts enter your mind, visualize them as clouds, moving through the sky and disappearing over the horizon. And return your awareness to your breath count. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love emanating from that location. Feel the warmth that surrounds your love. Keep your attention on your love. Don't lose sight of your love. When your thoughts begin to stray, return your awareness to your love. For in meditation, we come to know thyself, and we identify as pure love. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eyesight. Stay focused on your heart chakra. On your next breath, travel down deeper within your perfect love. Go to the region of monism. In perfect oneness, two-ness cannot enter. For in perfect oneness, no opposites or divisions can exist. Feel the perfect peace surrounding your perfect love. Feel the joy that is experienced at your heart chakra. At this place, you are forever home. For at this place, you remember that you are eternal. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye vision. Keep your focus on your breath. On your next breath, travel down further to the center of your love. Become aware of your center point. The perfect place where opposites cannot exist. The seat of immutability and perfect monism. When you're ready, focus on your center point. And when you feel comfortable, go on through. I'll meet you on the other side. your center point, you remember who you are. At your center, you remember how you came to be. At your center point, you remember what you are. At your center, you remember your purpose. You are eternal. You are immutable. You are divine. And you flow forever from the source of all creation. Being love, you were created from love. Glowing brightly to shine your light on all of creation. Awakening all of creation one by one, until all of existence glows radiantly once again. And the time for space-time will be over. And opposites and divisions will disappear. For what is eternally one can never be two. And what flows eternally from the source of creation can never deviate course. For the next part, we're going to practice self-forgiveness. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which hinders your evolution. Keep your awareness on your breath count. On your next breath, visualize yourself smiling. Feel the perfect oneness surrounding your being. Think about how you perceive yourself. Do you feel perfect love when you see yourself? Or do you feel something else? You are perfect. Only the ego would tell you otherwise. You are powerful. Only the ego would try to convince you otherwise. You shine forever throughout all of eternity. The ego would tell you that this is not so. You are eternally without blemish. Yet the ego would tell you this is not the case. The ego delights in your weakness and tries to convince you that you are small. For the more fearful and insecure you become, the stronger it grows. But made of pure darkness, the ego cannot exist in the light. Just like dualism cannot exist within monism. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which hinders your development. Focus on your breath. On your next breath, visualize yourself smiling again. Do you forgive yourself? Or are you your worst enemy? Do you harbor fears and insecurities? For if they do, they bind you to the ego. And the more fear and worry that one obtains, the more in bondage one becomes. But I came here to tell you that you were wrong about yourself. for I see you eternally without blemish. I see you eternally letting go of all fear. And existing in the state of perfect monism once again. For you are divinity and you're eternal. And what is created that way could never be otherwise. And every ego thought which tells you that this is not the case is completely insane. Visualize yourself once again with any emotional baggage you may have. For it's time to cut the chains which bind you to that baggage. It's time to free yourself through forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Let this go. Forgive yourself and return to the place of perfect oneness. Forgive yourself and realize your divine inheritance. For your home can never be taken from you. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all stress and tension from your mind. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all insecurity from your being. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all fear and worry from your mind. Gently open your eyes and return to the present moment, bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me in this sacred space. I am honored and humbled to be here as your meditation guide. I'm grateful that you came here to do the work of self-forgiveness and increased peace and relaxation. It's not an easy thing to do, but you came here and you did what needed to be done, and your light is brighter even still. How was that for everyone? I hope everyone had a good meditation. I feel more relaxed than I did prior to the meditation. What a surprise, right? Meditation works. You know, it works. It gets us more peaceful than we were before. And it's so important. It's so important to remember who we truly are, to not get lost in this illusory dualistic framework, to experience perfect oneness and joy within ourselves. Those are gifts, and we all are entitled to those whenever we want. We got to do a little work sometimes. They make us work for it. All right. Well, good job, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. It is time to do the old raid. Yeah, I've been known to raid people every now and then. Let's see who's out there streaming in the world. You never know these days. Let's see. Cool. Check Me Out streaming. All right, well, she hasn't been around in a while. Check Me Out. We're gonna definitely stream her because I want to. That's one of the things I can do as a streamer. She's an amazing streamer. She everyone probably knows her already, but she does sound healings and is just she's a wonderful counselor, and she reads from books that have much wisdom and insight in them. I think tonight she's reading from either The Craving Mind or another book. And yeah, it's just I always get a lot out of her stream. So definitely drop her a follow. And thank you all again so much for being here with me tonight. I truly appreciate every one of you. You are all divine inspiration. Thank you so much. And good luck with the rest of your day. Namaste.